That type of shit. But that's what your modus operandi should be. Everything else is bullshit. Because by the time it really boils down to it, when it really boils down to it, you're going to be 24. And they're going to be asking you, what you want to do for the rest of your life?
I mean, bro, I hate that shit.
Right? What you want to do for the rest of your life? You got a girlfriend, you think about having kids, like, what you going to do for the rest of your life? They're going to start asking you that shit. What you want to do for the rest of your life?
Marvin,
and then right around 27, 28, 20.
You already know what I'm trying to be.
But I'm just saying, but right around 27, 28, 29 years old,
I'm
everything
everything
gonna line up again.
I'm already gonna have everything I want.
That's what's up.
That's
you
what
know
my business. By the time I'm 27, it's gonna be.
But I'm gonna tell you something though. It don't matter what you have at that point. Life gonna throw you a curveball, and you're gonna have to decide again in yourself and who you are, if this is really right for you or if it's not right for you. Remember I told you that. 27, 28, 29, 30. Life gonna be like this. Flip your ass upside down. And you're gonna go like this. Fuck, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? Why am I handling this? Why am I doing this? And you're gonna have to ask yourself that, because all your stars gonna line back up, and then you're gonna be reborn again, and you're gonna have to figure out how to move through life all over again. No matter how rich you are or how broke you are, you're gonna have to figure it out all over again. And then when you do, you just put on them new shoes and keep pushing. You feel me? And that's all it is, because that's why when old people start talking shit to you, oh, young nigga, you don't know shit, nigga. You don't know. You ain't been on the planet long enough, nigga, to know. It's because they know. Because life has a way of teaching you a lesson, no matter how fucking smart you are, no matter how wise you think you are, no matter how cool you think you are, no matter the religion. Life just be like, nah, motherfucker, just you gotta move like this now.
You right about that.
And then you just be like, oh fuck, I gotta move like this again. Fuck, I gotta be a freshman all over again. Fuck that shit. Like, you be mad, and then you just move. And keep moving, and then later on you'll find some other shit to do, and then at a certain point, by the time you're 48, life will be like, nah, you gotta move another way. Because motherfuckers go through changes, midlife crisis, all that bullshit they talking about. The reason they say that shit, because it's a real thing. You feel me? It's a real thing. Get used to transitions. Get used to surviving in transitions. Like, get used to having shit change, and then stay open to the point where you can move through those changes without being affected. You feel me? Like, 'cause that's where life is. That's where everything happens. Everything happens in the transition. It all happens in the transition. Once you choose something, and then you start suffering the consequences of that choice, you can just go through it because you're like, oh fuck, I chose this and now I gotta deal with all this bullshit. But in the moment that you have to choose, that's the transition. So whether you go this way or this way, the person that's choosing is always okay. You ain't never fucked up, and don't ever feel like you fucked up. So when you decide, you gotta realize that I'm making a choice, and I'm gonna be okay if I just make the choice and I look for whatever the pros are and whatever the cons are. I can choose either or. If I decide to just kick back and see what happened, I'm cool, because I am cool, right? Because you're making a choice. So you cool. But once you make the choice, that's when all the consequences happen, and that's when you got to keep moving, and you got to, you know what I'm saying? Because you done set some evolution in the progress. You know what I mean? You set some shit into motion, and now fuck, I got to deal with it.
Oh, me, for real. That's really how it is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you set it into motion, you set it into some shit in motion. And I only talk this shit, dude, because this is the same shit I talk to my kids all the time. My son, 15 years old. All this motherfucker do is sit in front of the fucking TV, play video games, and ask me what's for breakfast, what's for lunch, and what's for dinner. This I'm not bullshitting you. He's 15 years old, and he like, Dad, what's for breakfast? Dad, what's for lunch? Dad, what's for dinner? And then when he's at his mom's house, Dad, can I order Uber Eats? Dad, can I? It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I just let him do what he do. And then every once in a while, I teach him a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like, y'all got it. Don't fall for this, like, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking. I love telling motherfuckers what it is, man, because I know what it is. And these motherfuckers You be moving through life, man. You want to be rich, you want to be famous, you want to be all this shit. All this shit come with consequences. All of it. All of it come with consequences. I mean, all of it come with consequences. That's your brother?
Yeah.
That's your brother? Make some shit happen?
Did y'all hear the announcement about the taco?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Make some shit happen. That's the motherfucker that you have to depend on if something go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like if something becomes false or foul or if a nigga, you have to be able to call him and say, hey, yo. And then he have to be able to modify that shit and make it better for you. And same for you. You see what I'm saying? Because outside of you two motherfuckers and whatever other family you got, nobody got your motherfucking back, especially not in this goddamn time. This motherfucking time, nobody got your back.
I feel it.
Got your back. Y'all know. Y'all already know.
This nigga.
Y'all already know.
Watch this.
Look, they already know. They already know. If they daddy call me, guess what happened? What happened?
This the
You
real
gonna show up.
pimpin'.
Exactly.
That's the real pimping though. Cause I feel that. You see what I'm saying? And I always pose questions to people. If this nigga had $250 and I was dying, and that was your last $250, and I needed it to get by, like say, oh, he gonna die if you don't give us this.
They get
you
it.
give it to me.
They get it.
Goddamn right you will.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But if that nigga had $250 billion
God
that
damn.
he accumulated, and you was dying, and you needed the whole 250 billion
They would get it.
to get by, and I
They
say,
would
I
get
get
it.
that.
They would get it.
But most motherfuckers,
Yeah, they would get it. Don't say
nigga,
that.
I might give you $100 billion.
Nah, if that's gonna save your life, you gonna get it. We just have to later on have to figure out something later.
That's silver.
I'm gonna get a big on IOU. I know that.
If you already had 100 billion, you can do it again.
You feel what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
And that's the measure of everything in life. People will give you anything as long as it's not gonna upset their shit. That's what that was about. That's all that analogy was about.